This is a healthy take on ham, eggs and chips. A very English, stable recipe, wouldn't you say, or meal?
Classic, complete classic, isn't it?
And now to speed things up, you fry the eggs.
Yeah.
I'll explain what's happening over here while you're frying the eggs. So yesterday we cooked up a gammon steak. We put it in the fridge last night. You can reheat gammon, but what we can do is I'm just going to refry it again. Probably put a tiny little bit of olive oil in, refry it. And then we're going to get avocado. Avocado, by the way, isn't a vegetable. It's actually a fruit full of healthy fats. And when we keep talking about good oils to be eaten, by the way, and we talk about olive oil, ghee, butter, coconut oil, the other great one that's good to eat is your avocado oils. Avoid, though, like the plague, all those seed oils. So literally, we're going to throw in some celeriac chips as well, so we're going to cook those in a minute. But for now, we'll start with the eggs going. I'm going to reheat the gammon, then we'll do the chips. Like I said, the tiniest bit of oil. This was last night's gammon. We don't like to throw anything away. We've worked out that a one-piece gammon, a whole one, when you cook it, is about 4 meals. So if there's 2 of you eating, you'll eat half of it, and then maybe 2 of you share it the next day as a breakfast. But don't waste ever. Don't throw anything away. You can always reheat most things the next day. Right, let's just have a little cook in there, a bit of reheat going on. And Emma's frying away her eggs, which her eggs always look better than mine.
I don't know about that, Steve, but no, I'm just frying them off in a little bit of butter, and I've added some black pepper to the top, and that's it. You really don't need to add anything else for perfect fried eggs.
Brilliant. Well, while that's doing, you're doing the eggs, I'm doing the meat. Let's quickly make some chips. Now, celeriac chips are probably the biggest sort of discovery for myself. I hadn't even heard of celeriac till I was about 45 years old. Yeah. Seriously. And then when I meet people, I go, "You don't know what a celeriac is? What are you talking about? You don't know." And I think, well, I didn't know till like 9 years ago. And I think the biggest food discovery for me ever, because I've got lots of kids living at home, and they do like their fries and their chips, I think this is probably one of the healthiest discoveries, certainly in my family, ever, because at home, I won't say they never have potato chips when they go out, because we can't be that strict on our kids because they're all young, they're all growing, and if they're out and their friends are having fish shop chips occasionally, but it is that occasionally.
Yeah.
It's like it's only once or twice a year as far as I know with my kids, because at home they're banned, because at home this is what we love. The reason we love it, you compare the amount of carbs is sugar, weight by weight, this is 1/10 of potatoes.
It's
so
incredible.
The potato is 20 grams of carbs, sugar per 100 grams. This is 2 grams, or 2 to 3 grams per 100. And it tastes better. It's healthier. It's got vitamin C in there. It's got vitamin B6 in. It has so many minerals as well. It has phosphorus in there. It has manganese and so forth. And we think that 1/3 of a celeriac is going to give you more than enough fries for one person. But I like to do mine really small because that's how my kids like them. What about in your house?
I know,
Mrs.
I
B?
completely agree, and it cuts the cooking time, doesn't it, by a lot. And the great thing with celeriac is it's really high in fibre as well.
It is high in fibre, certainly compared to your jacket potato. So I'm just going to finish cutting these up, and when I've cut them, if I've cut it too thick that way, just turn it on its side and turn them in fries. We prep these on a Sunday. We do 2 or 3 celeriacs in one go, and then we put them in the freezer. And I'd probably say, without exaggeration, they're used at least twice a week in our house.
I find that celeriac, a few years ago, you couldn't find it anywhere. It was only in certain supermarkets.
Yeah.
But now you can literally find it. You can find it everywhere.
You can.
And the cost of it has come down considerably as well.
Yeah, it's like, the reason why, first of all, it's an ugly vegetable. It's such a shame. I'm going to write a book one day on celeriac. It's the ugliest vegetable in the shop, yet it's probably one of the most healthy you could ever consume. But also, it's about supply and demand.
Yeah.
If they're growing it but nobody's buying it, the price comes down. It's like chicken livers. Chicken livers are one of the healthiest things you can ever eat.
They are.
But they're so ridiculously cheap because people have just forgot how to eat,
I know.
how to cook and prepare chicken livers. Right, I'm just going to do the last few of those. And then we're going to ask you, in fact, there's probably enough there, isn't there?
Oh, there's loads.
Right. So what would you normally do? Would you salt them? Would you?
I would olive oil, salt,
Yep.
and pop them straight in the oven.
Do you want me to get a little bowl for you so you can quickly just salt them up first?
We can do.
Yeah, there you go. In fact, you can do that.
There we go.
I'll carry on chopping the last few. So you just lightly salt them. Don't go over the top
Do
with
you
salt.
add a little bit of olive oil?
I do.
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, it's good. You see, we haven't planned this in advance. You've got a professional chef and a home cook here, and we all love the same food because it's all dead healthy, but it's nice to see that we both do it slightly different.
Well, olive oil is such a great addition as well. It's a healthier choice compared to seed oils.
Oh, never use seed oils. And by the way, vegetable oils aren't made of vegetables. It's a con, right? Never cook with vegetables. It's got to go. It's probably one of the most dangerous things. I think eventually seed oils and vegetable oils will be banned. Yeah. Or maybe not because they haven't banned smoking yet, but it's right up there. Not good for your health. Try and avoid them. Just use your olive oils, your coconut oils, your butters, your lards, and so on.
It's, very, very true. So I'm just going to pop them straight onto your baking tray, and you've got a wonderful baking sheet here, haven't you?
I'm saying that's one portion. That is definitely, when we put it with other dishes, like we're going to do in a moment, that's probably enough fries for two.
I would definitely say that's enough fries for two.
And roughly how long in the oven and what sort of temperature?
180 for approximately 20 minutes. I would turn them after 10 and just check them out. Obviously you've got some that are really, really thin and others that are a little bit thicker. So you just want to keep an eye on them and maybe take them out if some of them are cooked already.
And just remind us again the base you're cooking on and why you're a big fan of this.
This is a silicone baking tray or baking sheet. You can pick them up in most supermarkets and online. They're brilliant. You can put them in the freezer, you can bake them, you can cut them to shape. So if your baking tray is a lot smaller, you can just cut it up. And they're brilliant. I recommend them for anyone because they last forever, easy to clean, pop in the dishwasher.
And so much easier than all those pans because then you don't have to wash the baking tray as often.
Yeah, exactly.
And that takes ages, takes up all that space in the kitchen when you're trying to clean. Whereas this, you roll it up, you chuck it in the dishwasher, it's done.
Yeah, I mean, the great thing with this as well is that you can literally put anything on it. So you can cook pancakes on it, you can do anything.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Brilliant.
Really recommend
Right, let's get those in the oven. Right, so chips are done. The avocado, I should have showed you how I did that. I went around the middle, cut it in half, and then to get the pip out, you do that, and they come out nice and easy like so. Then what I tend to do, just get a spoon underneath the one end, the pointy end, and then just wiggle the spoon around, keep pushing it around like so, and eventually you will get the avocado out. There's lots of different ways you can peel it, but the problem is when you peel it, I think you leave so much behind. Like this one's coming out right now, like so. And then what I'm going to do is I've turned that once in. You can do a bit more if you like. I'm just going to slice the avocado, and it's going to give us a bit of dynamic contrast because it's got a different sort of texture. We got the nice crispy fries that we cooked earlier on. We got the eggs. We got the gammon. And, people say avocado is expensive, but if you're using half at a time like this, you've got 2 eggs. The gammon from last night, so we used a quarter of a gammon. And this whole meal, have a guess. £3, £2, £4?
No.
£1.57. £1.57 today. But always remember, you can click above us on the little link above to get the updated price and also any tips on producing the meals.
Can I give you a tip for
Please
the
do.
avocados? So if you buy, in most supermarkets now, you can buy bags of unripened avocados. Take them home, grab yourself a brown paper bag, pop them in a brown paper bag. For 24 hours, they'll be right.
How does that work then?
Chemistry.
Chemistry. That's all I don't need to know. You knew that if you told me the actual answer, I still wouldn't have understood it anyway. So there we have, what did I say, £1.57, a super, super healthy meal. Look at that. Beautiful.
Amazing. Looks great.
Nothing needed on top of that, is there?
Great colours.
I mean, you could have it for breakfast. I'd have fries for breakfast because they're not potato fries. Those are your Celeriac fries. Absolutely brilliant. Look at that. less than £2 for a huge big plate of food.